Welcome back to the Jacob Cryptobury channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Today we are going to zoom out from the shitcoins, from the meme coins. We're going to head back to Bitcoin and we are going to look at some insane XRP Ripple news, because I just don't know how you cannot be bullish on XRP right now, because a lot of crazy stuff is happening. So at the time of making this video, Bitcoin is sitting at $28,000. We are seeing some mixed emotions in the markets once again, but we're going to look at some Bitcoin analysis and what my views are on this particular coin in the short term and also the future. So in the last 7 days, Bitcoin did top out around about $28,400, and currently we're correcting and we are trying to fight back through that $28,000 resistance. Bitcoin $541 billion market capital at the moment. And this is the bear market prices, ladies and gents. We bottomed out at that 16k, over here when we had all the Sam Bankman-Fried disaster. We had the Lunar Classic disaster as well in 2022. But I think they were just black swan events. And I don't think they were sort of coordinated or planned. But these things just happen. And, just like COVID, when that happened, it's a black swan event. Nobody prepared for it. But this is what it did to the market, and I think this price range here of $16,000 was quite a transient and also very anomalous phase in the market. So let's have a look what's going on with Bitcoin right now. We can see we're going to sort of analyze the addresses. So the Bitcoin distribution, what are people doing? What am I doing? What is your average hairdresser doing? What is the rich guy, the big CEO in his penthouse doing? What is the general sort of consensus here? What is the general movement? What's going on? So if we look at balance Bitcoin and the addresses holding that amount of Bitcoin, we can see on the left holders of 1 to 10 Bitcoin. And if we zoom out a month ago, people holding 1 to 10 Bitcoin, the addresses were 838,815. Since then, that number in 1 month has already gone up to 844,000. So people with a decent amount of money are still accumulating Bitcoin even now. And we can even say the same thing for 10 to 100 Bitcoin holders. So now we're talking about those CEOs, those penthouse people, the people with super yachts, etc., etc. We can see that figure has also increased. And as well for 100 to 1,000 Bitcoin holders, we can see the number has also increased by a fair amount. So people are accumulating more Bitcoin, and that's really nice to see. Clearly, the distribution tells us that is true. More people are accumulating Bitcoin. Now, I think ever since Bitcoin did break through this key level here of 22.6k, we can see on our logarithmic regression chart right here that, well, actually it was a very bullish move. We broke through the resistance, and since then we topped up, we put a 30.5k high in, and since then it has been on a bit of a downtrend. So we've got some new support levels to play with. We've got the 20-day moving average getting perfectly retested, and that actually happened twice. So this is really crazy. We've got that retest of the 20-day moving average, and here we have the retest of a 20-day moving average once again. So the uptrend is not actually yet broken, but we can see that we are starting to remain very loyal to some of these particular resistance trend lines that we have here, and also this support trend line that we're starting to kind of form, I want to say, a bit of a rising wedge. So I do actually expect a breakaway soon. I do think we might see Bitcoin crumble back down below 26.8k, and if it does, because it is a rising sort of wedgie pattern over here, which is effectively a bearish pattern, we could see a reversal down to maybe the sort of low 20s. But I don't know if it's really going to happen. We could still get that bullish impulse wave to the upside here, and if the bulls are strong enough, we can retest the 29.7, bounce off, and keep on moving forward. But like I say, short-term play, it's very volatile, it's very unpredictable, it's hard to say what's going to happen. But if you stick to the long term, that's when we can really start talking about some big numbers. So for example, we've looked at the short term now. What do I think is going to happen in 2024 when I believe the next crypto bull run will start? Well, we can use our logarithmic regression, we can use our fib extension tool, and I think realistically we are looking at a 2.618 fib. So by the time it does get to this particular level, say August 2024, naturally what we're going to see is this regression, the average here, is going to slowly incline. It's going to come up a bit more. We're going to see this top ribbon here also increasing, and this one here is also going to increase. So the target really is around this price level. Maybe it's going to be higher. I really don't know the truth. But what happened in the previous bull run is that we actually hit the top of the logarithmic regression band in March 2021, where we had a macro bearish divergence on the price chart versus the relative strength index. Then we got a price drop. So after that, of course, the price of Bitcoin did capitulate. It came down. There was a horrible bear market wave. But I do honestly think, looking at $130,000 by the next crypto bull run is a very realistic price target. And of course, by 2025, we could still be looking at 150k. Now remember, the returns do diminish every single bull market cycle. As the market capital goes up, the returns are naturally going to diminish. So we're looking at a 238% increase from the current price level. That doesn't really sound or seem like a lot, but I think that's because we're on logarithmic right now. Hang on. One sec. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, everybody. But either way, it's not really a massive amount, is it? Here we are. Bear with me. Now we're talking. So a 4x. Can you believe it? It's only a 4-ish x. It doesn't really sound like a lot of money. 422%. When we're looking at all these sort of meme coins and shit coins that are doing a lot more damage in the markets. I mean, it's kind of crazy to see. But overall, I just wanted to sort of share this data with you, because when we zoom all the way back in time, it's the same patterns repeating themselves. You can't change fear and greed. You can't change human habit. And that's what's really, important. You cannot change the psychology of a human being. You can't change the habits of an individual. And now we're talking about mass greed and money, and we all kind of have these similar connections, the similar behavioral patterns that will just keep on happening over and over and over again. The next chart I want to show you guys is just simply the Bitcoin chart. Speaking of that rise and wedge pattern, we're still in it. We're testing 27.2k. Fingers crossed we don't see a drop here for Bitcoin. But like I say, if we do, we're looking at the low 20s, guys, which isn't too alarming, but we are looking at the low 20s if we do get a bearish reversal right here. Because what could effectively happen is actually we create a really, really nice macro head and shoulders. Right, so we create something like that. We come up. This is the messiest head and shoulders I've ever drawn in my life. But my speculation is that. So effectively a bearish reversal pattern. It's not an inverse, it is a head and shoulders. We're getting that left, we're getting that head forming now. We might get that drop, create that right shoulder and drop once again. It's very hard to say what the future might entail, because equally we could pump still. We could go over $30,000 again. I don't know the future. If you are new to the channel, guys, and you are looking for some top trading signals and you're getting bored of doing them yourself or whatever, in the Discord down below, we do have some amazing technical analysts where just for a small fee every month, you're going to unlock so many different exclusive benefits. As you can see, if you pay $50 a month, you're going to get 5 technical analysts. You're going to get a load of signals, spot signals, leverage signals, early access to pre-sales and whitelisting. You're going to get Glassnode data. You're going to get more entries on giveaways in the channel. And if you want to really ramp up to the last one, the crypto legend, there's only 5 remaining, you're going to get a ton of exclusive benefits, as you can see on the left right there. So do please have a little look at my Patreon page. I've spent a long time building this. There's 485 lovely people already subscribed, and I really want to create a massive community where everyone is thriving, learning and growing together. Now we're already 8 minutes into this video, so I'm going to keep the rest of this as quick as possible. We're talking about XRP trading at 50 cents at the moment. Now I'm really bullish on the potential movement and upside for XRP, but we can see historically this year 50 cents is the rejection sort of area, but I do want to see an 80 cents to $1 XRP at some point this year. And with the sort of lawsuit and everything, Ripple already said last year in June 2022 that even if the SEC wins in court, they're just going to leave the US anyway, so it's still going to exist. It's not going to go anywhere. So it's almost like a stalemate situation. But if they do win, then of course we can see some massive bullish news. We can also see blockchain backer. There was a sweet deviation here for the first 9 months. We can see the deviation is a nice bullish bit of price action here. But yeah, it's very interesting to see XRP actually breaking away and moving nicely in the way it is. I think it is news related. And then here we can see a price prediction piece, but really what is interesting is that the lawsuit judgment will come soon, and according to this article, 13th of June 2023 is when we should see the sort of ending of this particular movement. So fingers crossed we are going to see this happened, because it's getting a bit boring now. It's been years and years and years. Ripple also invested $40 million fund to support decentralized infrastructure, which is absolutely insane as well. So if you're bullish on DeFi, great, but what it shows is that they are growing, they're supporting areas that we all care about and need, but they have also got massive cash reserves. I mean, look at this other acquisition here. Ripple buys crypto custody firm Metago for $250 million. So clearly it's really hard not to be bullish on XRP Ripple right now. And you know, the fact that they are acquiring still, they're building still, they're growing still, even within the depths of a lawsuit and all the stress that comes with it, is absolutely brilliant to see. So there's a lot of upheaval there, but overall I think we're looking pretty good in the crypto markets. And I think, you know, looking at the last week, we've seen some top 50 to 100 coins start moving once again. We've also had a lot of coins like PulseX, Pulse Chain drop significantly. And we had so many influencers talking about this Pulse Chain thing. And look at it, down 44%, massive crash. Maybe the influencers was a pump and dump scheme, I don't know. Optimism down. So we're seeing a lot of coins that are also representing potential buying opportunities. Hex down 70%, one of the biggest droppers. Radix down, Optimism down. I'm so bullish on Optimism. So get out there, folks, do your own research. There's so much potential and prosperity in the crypto markets. You just got to put your mind there, research and learn as much as you can. Anyhow, that's a wrap. I'm going to wrap up this video now. Do like, comment, subscribe if you're new here. That really helps the channel grow, and I would love to hit that 20k subscribers as soon as realistically possible. And I can't do it without you guys. So slap sub, like, comment, do all those YouTubey thingies. Stay crypto safe, and bye for now.